This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 13253 Saddle Ridge Road out here in Lakeside. Top section of this townhome, we got a torch down modified bitumen roofing material that was installed directly on top of a tar and gravel roof. This roof is failing all over the place. The workmanship is abysmal. We have seams that are coming apart. I mean, this is just one of them. You can see just how loose everything is, and this is going on throughout. Not enough heat was used on the majority of these seams. We got a bunch of ponding on this roof, and in those areas where the roof is ponding, the seams are already coming apart, as you can tell. Nothing is adhering to the drip edge anymore on this roof either. As you can see, all of this is just coming apart. And again, they just installed this directly over that tar and gravel roof. And it is all failing throughout, which is very, very unfortunate for these homeowners. So what I am gonna propose doing is that we actually tear this roof down to the decking, get rid of all that old tar and gravel material that is underneath this torch down roof, and then go ahead and use a better roofing material, especially out here in the heat, which comes in the form of a TPO roofing material. So the way that TPO is installed is when it's installed, it turns this entire roof plane into one singular membrane, which makes it extremely waterproof, especially in areas where we have a lot of ponding. It's also highly reflective. It's going to reflect a lot of sunlight off this roof, which out here in Lakeside we get a ton of. So it's going to help keep the living area underneath this roof nice and cool, or at least cooler than it would be if it wasn't on there. I'm going to work my way down to this roof as well. We're having a bunch of issues on that roof also, but you know, in conclusion, for this roof, the workmanship was just extremely poor. Nothing was installed correctly, and this roof is only going to continue to get worse and worse over time if it is not fixed very quickly. That's it for my inspection on this portion. All right, now we're at the bottom roof. Similar situation to what we have up top. I cannot say whether or not this roof is installed directly over a tar and gravel roof like the upper roof was, but this roof is failing throughout. You can see all the areas where this water has been ponding, all these areas where that water just sits. You can see there's a big lip around the edge as well. Hopefully my camera can pick that up. So that's causing water to get down in these areas where the material is no longer adhering to the drip edge and to get stuck every time it rains. Same thing over here. So we have just multiple areas on this roof where it is continuing to leak. So my suggestion again on this portion, we'll tear this one down to the decking. That way we can address any of the bad wood that is underneath this roof. There is wood rot that needs to be taken care of, so we are going to have to replace that wood, and then we'll go ahead and install that TPO roof right over this portion to help with obviously the waterproofing, which is going to be a fantastic aspect of it, but then especially out here in Lakeside, it's going to be nice and cool with the reflectiveness of the product as well. Okay, so now we're over the garage portion of the building. Similar situation is going on over here. This roof is failing. We got a bunch of ponding that's happening throughout. We have some actual holes that are in this roof. Where those holes came from, I'm not really sure. But we have one right here that's gone all the way down to the decking. Same thing over here. You can see how everything's been tore up. And then another one that's been patched. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but there's definitely water intrusion coming from those areas. You can see where all this water just sits whenever it rains, not fully running down into the drain as well. So same thing on this roof that I'm going to suggest on the rest of the roofs is to go ahead and replace this material with the TPO material. You can see how all that water just sits and sits and sits. This stuff is starting to loosen up throughout as well. All these seams are starting to come undone, as you can see, and that's right where all that water is just sitting and ponding. So when you have loose seams in the area where that water doesn't go anywhere, well, that's a recipe for a major leak, and that's what's going on. So again, we're going to tear this down to the decking, install TPO over this portion of the roof, ensure that proper waterproofing. use the reflectiveness to kind of help with the heat as well. Our crews are all in-house. We're going to give this customer a lifetime workmanship warranty from us over at Build Brothers. TPO roof will come with a 20-year manufacturer warranty. While we are here, we'll go ahead and replace some of these shingles. Also, you can see that these shingles are coming apart. So we'll go ahead and replace that also. But I mean, as far as the overall condition of this roof, you know, there are multiple failure points on this roof at the moment. With an old material on a roof where water sits in a lot of areas, this roof is in immediate need of replacement before any more rain comes. That is it for my inspection.